Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medinah Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called the Big Daddy. So the ingredients you need for a Big Daddy is some Crown and some Coke and some ice. So the way you're going to make a Big Daddy is you're going to take the ice, the ingredients, and all of that and just pour it in a cup. And that's a Crown and Coke, and that's called the Big Daddy, baby.
Well, welcome back to CockTales Dirty Discussions, you guys.
Hey, y'all.
I'm Kiki Said So.
And I'm Medinah Monroe.
You know, I was watching some episodes of other podcasts and YouTubes, and I'm like, we don't tell people shit. We just assume that y'all have been here for a long time, and that may not be true. So what's up, everybody?
Hey, y'all. Hope you're enjoying the content.
We do. We do have a few quick reminders before we introduce you to our guest this week. We do want to remind you that but there is a trip coming up at the end of the year, the Worst Behavior Tour. They're going to Hedonism in Jamaica. So if you are interested.
I'm interested. I've never been to Hedonism. This will be our first time going to Hedonism.
I've never been to Hedonism. I've never been to Jamaica. I want some jerk chicken and a side of. You're going to have to meet me there to find out what else I want, okay? Check the link in the description box to find out what it is. And
join us.
I'm excited.
Have a good time. If you've been wondering, how do I have a threesome or how do I meet men? Come and explore.
Well, you said that like I was offering it, but maybe. Anyway, this week we do have a special guest. We have Ronnie. What's up, Ronnie?
Hello, how y'all doing? Thanks for my Big Daddy drink.
You're very welcome.
This right here, this to get you a car paid for. This is, old niggas will buy a young girl a little 07 Charger.
Oh.
Like, what you need? I got.
Wait, 07.
I mean, he already had it in the yard already. It was.
Because I was like, we're in 2023, right?
I know. I was thinking 17 at first.
But if you walking or a passenger,
you don't need to be picky.
Sometimes it might work.
Facts.
You know, Ronnie, I love when we have comedians on because comedians just make for great conversationalists.
We just talk shit for a living, man. That's my favorite shit. My 10-year-old self is happy. Like,
when did you start talking shit?
I talk shit early, man. I used to get in trouble all the time in school.
You were the class clown?
Not really. I kind of was the class curator, if you will.
What you mean?
I feel like I wasn't disruptive, but when it was time for when it was a moment, I took a moment. You know what I'm saying? But I got plenty of whoopings and stuff because of fucking up in class.
But have you ever had any teachers reach out and be like, "I see you, Ronnie"?
Yes, my shout out to Miss Baldwin. She was my 7th grade teacher, and she goes to World Changers too. That's the church I grew up in. But she would pop up on me like early in my career. Was like, Ronnie, I knew you were gonna be a comedian. You got the same face you had in the 7th grade. Come here. I'm like, hey, I'm 30. Move. So that was a couple years ago, and the teachers I remember, they kind of was like, yeah, I knew it,
And you're from Atlanta.
I'm from Atlanta, Southwest Atlanta, man. I grew up off Sylvan Road. I lived on both sides of Perkins Park, like real 80s Atlanta crack era. You know what I'm saying?
Did you go to Freaknik?
Yes, I wasn't supposed to be down there. I was a kid.
How old were you?
Like 12, just like because it was like we lived one street. We lived not too far from Stewart Avenue, down Lee Hollowell. So, you can act like you're going outside, ride your bike, and just be down in the mix.
Looking at titties and
looking at titties, a Jeep Tracker with titties in it.
That is wildly insane.
Freaknik was horrible back then. They should just shake the truck with girls in the Freaknik. They just be yelling. They be like, they so dumb.
Not really. You are in danger, man.
Everybody's in danger. Your future, your current.
Yeah, they pressure one girl. Kiki, show your titties. Be like,
okay. It was like Girls Gone Wild before Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah,
I cannot wait until if this whole Freaknik documentary is real.
Somebody auntie is up for them.
I can't wait. Aunties, teachers, principals. I can't wait to see it.
The police was wilding. You seen that clip of the police holding the girl butt open like he was like taking a picture?
I'm not gonna be surprised at nothing about the police.
Yeah, the police went crazy. They was young too, so
Yeah.
I was a kid. No, I wasn't supposed to be down there. It was
you wasn't supposed to be down there.
Yeah, my mom she's finding out today if she just but she's not watching this.
When was the first time you snuck out the house?
I never snuck out the house. I would plan to be somewhere at somebody else's house whose mom kind of didn't care for real, and I would just be about
somewhere
the city.
Else.
Yeah, for sure.
Where were you going?
Like house parties and stuff like that. I went to Banneker High School and I went to Lovejoy High School on the South Side. So we would find any like function, Clay County schools we having. This is black people had a little money in the 90s, so we it'd be a clubhouse somewhere that everybody just pull up to. I don't know how we did it with no internet. I don't know how the fuck we did.
We were getting by without internet.
The kickback game was vicious.
We were too, weren't we?
We had cell phones. That's like internet.
We had pagers. We didn't have, like in high school, if you had a cell phone,
we had a text message.
Killing. But
I had limited text. I didn't always have
you had to pay
the phone
for minutes.
where you had the unlimited. I had a prepaid account.
Oh.
But like the pull up, let's go here, it was fun,
Fun.
But we would find college stuff to do. We would be down at AU Center. In high school, we just pull up in Clark and act like we go to school. We just that's who I know, the high school boys.
I fell for a few of those.
That was my favorite.
Really?
Thought they were like enrolled at school, and really they was just there with backpacks.
Yeah.
Empty backpacks.
Just stand there.
With nothing but hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
That's the Atlanta dude trick right there. Go to AU Center.
That's why they shut off the promenade.
The promenade used to be jumping.
They blocked it. Now
Shout
you
out to
can't
the
even
promenade.
drive down the promenade.
Damn.
My mom worked at Morehouse though.
Shout out to all the Morehouse men. I love Morehouse men. They fine selves. They don't walk, they saunter. And they
What?
fine.
That sounds like something
Sorry.
you gotta be fucking a Morehouse man to know. I
I
don't know what that
am.
means.
I'm fucking a Morehouse man.
But
That's
shout
my
out to
man.
all the
They
HBCUs. I
saunter.
like them. What is that? What?
They saunter. That's what they teach them. They go through this whole like Morehouse man boot camp, and they tell your mom.
That's your wall.
They tell your. I just found this out the other day. They tell their parents that you're not gonna be the same when you come out. So they tell the mom specifically, don't be expecting him to be calling and checking. And he's a man. He's a Morehouse man. He's making money, baby. Yes, he is.
Wow.
Before
what?
I got in trouble at Morehouse before. We did a show at the King's Chapel. That's the sacred where Martin Luther King actually preached that. And
y'all was in there
they
cutting
did a comedy show. They like that.
Y'all did a comedy show at the chapel?
Yes, it's like homecoming. I think it's on
Comedy
YouTube.
for Jesus or just
no,
regular
it's just
comedy?
Then they come over there in the middle of the show and be like, y'all ain't supposed to cuss. But what
Now,
happened?
how are you supposed to do that?
They said they used to let us get by with mild language because I did it before. But the night before this particular night, they told Miguel that Miguel performing in there. They're like, Miguel is the
Miguel, how many drinks does it take?
Miguel, when he
Now-
first dropped, they said Miguel.
You
do
know
not
he think
cuss
he Prince.
They said Miguel don't cuss and hit us to King's Chapel, the legacy, Dr. King, blah blah blah. They run down the whole joint. They said as soon as he get on stage, bloom, tell me that pussy is mine. Like. The crowd go crazy, but they locked our show down the next day. They're like,
You little heathens.
They were like, we know
you
y'all
will
about
not
to come in
defile the chapel.
Well, that is wild. Okay. Before we get to know Ronnie a little bit more, we're going to move on to weird sex. But before we move on to weird sex, I do want to remind everybody, make sure you join Patreon so you can get bonus content from Kiki and I. Get your merch, get your t-shirts, order the game. I'm CuriousToKnow.com. We are going on tour. Make sure you guys get those tickets. The link is in the bio. I'm hosting a black tea
In the
party. Description. Sorry, we're not on it. I'm acting like this is an Instagram clip. I'm hosting a black tea party September 16th, 1:30 to 3:30. We're serving high tea and food, and it'll be a DJ, and it'll be a lot of fun at the Swan Coach House. Go to paradiseandvibe.com to get your tickets. And now it's time for weird sex.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. Man is absolutely not necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
Okay, you guys. So this week's weird sex, I have a really sick fuck that this is an old story from a couple of months ago, but I forgot to share it. So I just wanted to share it now to let you guys know that sometimes when your professor or your teacher or whatever is giving you creepy vibes, they really are. So this guy
I
at
think all of them creepy.
Huh?
I think all of them creepy like that.
Pretty much. And I saw his picture and it was definitely giving creep. So this guy, Themis Masukas, 64-year-old ass, was cutting up in the park. So I'm going to tell you the charges first and then we'll run down what happened. So he got charged with open lewdness, indecent exposure.
What's his ethnicity?
He
guess.
white.
Let's
I don't
guess.
know what kind of white. His picture, he has white hair with white skin. So I don't. His name sounds like Greek.
He's Gandalf white.
I don't know.
Yeah,
He's white in Pennsylvania. I think it's just regular white. Okay.
Lord of the Rings white.
Yeah, sexual intercourse with an animal.
Yeah.
Cruelty to animals and disorderly conduct. So let me tell you guys what happened. So he was working at Penn State. He's a professor of like chemical engineering or math or some class I never had to take. Anyway, there was a issue in the state parks in Pennsylvania, and people were stealing. All of this is crazy. People were stealing hand sanitizer
During COVID?
Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, and up until now, and so officials had enough, and they said, you know what, we're putting a stop to this shit. Y'all are not going to keep stealing this hand sanitizer. We need it for nature. So they installed cameras at the parks, and they also put some cameras in the hand sanitizer dispensers.
That's wild.
And they put cameras in the parking lot.
I wish they would do that in my apartment building. Y'all putting cameras and hand
They stealing hand sanitizer there
well,
too?
then they breaking in cars and you can't see who it is.
Well, yeah, they do need to do that. They need this team on there because this is what happened. So he's been cutting up for years. Really, it seems like he's been doing this since 2014, and he just got caught this year. His trial was last week. I couldn't find an update. I guess it's ongoing. Anywho, they were able to track him because they saw his car in the parking lot. This man had on a ski mask in late spring, April, May. A ski mask, a North Face backpack. He had his iPad in there and his little collie dog, like Lassie, if you don't know what a collie is.
I love those dogs.
Mm-hmm. And he loved him too, a little too much. So not only was he masturbating his little pecker outside of the ladies' restroom, but he also proceeded to prop his iPad up and have sexual activity. What kind? I don't know. With the damn dog. All caught on camera. Then they see him pack his shit up and go get in his car. Guess what kind of car he drove?
A Tesla.
A Subaru. I would expect.
That's a murderer car. Yeah, that's right.
It's just like suspicious things happen to
Subaru commercials.
It's the Subaru Outback. What do you love about it? It's
they
giving
make them
you are up to something.
No, the commercials are so just heartfelt. Have y'all seen the one where it's like, oh wait, that was a Double Mint commercial.
Okay,
Never
so
mind.
anyway, yeah, no, this is like I'm taking my dog to fuck him in the wild is what it gives to me. Anyway, so he takes the dog, does all of that, and they trace him because of the car and his license plate and all of that. They go to his house. Of course, he has pictures with his dog. I'm not a dog owner, but like how many pictures you got hung up in your house of you and your dog? I've been to your house. You have a dog. I ain't seen no pictures hung up.
Yeah, she don't got no hung up pictures.
Well, you know, black people don't care like that about our dog. White people dog got Delta Sky Miles and.
If I had a dog, my dog would have
platinum
Delta
points
Sky Miles too, and we're both in here.
I
just
love
saying.
my dog.
Oh, I would have a
But
bushy
not like
dog
that.
if I
Like
had
your dog
one.
don't go to yoga by itself.
It
Shit like
would.
that.
no.
Okay.
That's why I don't have a dog because I can't afford those things. Anyway, he was cutting up and he did all of those things and he's been arrested. He's in jail. His
dog-
trial started last week. Is the dog okay? I don't know. I hope that they put the dog in a witness protection puppy program.
The dog gonna have PTSD from
Well,
whenever he goes
he's
to
been
somebody
doing
to
it for
adopt him.
9 years.
That's
What if the dog
The
is like,
dog
so
is
ain't
probably-
nobody here gonna fuck me at this new house? God damn, nobody.
He's probably about to die. I mean, 9 years is a long time. It wasn't a puppy at 2014. It's an old dog. He might be on his way
Damn.
out.
That's really
That's
sad.
nuts.
Or did he just make the dog like lick his dick? I don't know that he was
If they
fucking the
didn't
dog.
put any details, that's still weird with a dog. Like
He
how
was
does it
fucking
stay there? How you make the dog stay and not bite you? Like what the fuck?
I don't know. Maybe.
Was it a male dog?
I don't know that either.
That's
I don't know.
nuts.
We
We'll
got
have to report
questions.
back
This
later.
nigga was fucking
In
Lassie,
10
dog.
months. Yeah. He was doing something and this other thing. He was embarrassed. He told the police to shoot him because his life was over. He knew what was coming. Penn State said, how did we get in it? He's on leave. We don't know nothing about this. It's not okay.
They always find out where the people work at to do filthy stuff. They're like, oh, your job. It's out of here.
Yeah, and he's like a good professor, apparently.
Damn, what if that was your teacher? He was gonna help you with your final, but you like,
He said it was just
Did
to
he-
blow steam off. I don't know. And I'm like, how much steam do you have? When I blow steam off, I just rub my pussy. I'm not fucking animals.
You do not know what people have going on
yeah, the
behind
kink
closed
code
doors.
And it just makes me
That's
wonder.
weird, dog.
What weird shit everybody's doing weird shit. You might not be fucking animals.
But how weird is it? And is it illegal and disgusting, or is it just weird?
Right.
Some people are eating couch cushions. I saw that. Strange Addictions. It's a lot of weird. It's a weird
Toilet
Have you-
It's a
paper.
weird subgenre. Of just
Okay,
weird
are you
shit.
a movie watcher?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a movie on Hulu. It's called Swallow. Have y'all watched it?
No.
What's it
Okay.
about?
So it's about pregnant women that get pica, but they
Oh.
exaggerate it to like it's crazy. Like the lady swallowing tacks and knives and batteries, and she's pregnant.
What's Pika? What's that?
Pica is a thing that some pregnant people get, and
and some regular people.
some other people, but it happens a lot in pregnant women. And normally it makes them want to eat dirt or the side of a rock or chalk or
Like those really
Starch.
powdery, yeah,
like
that's-
they
That's like I thought it was like if you had low iron that makes you.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah
that can happen. But pica is the name of the condition.
yeah, and she was just eating shit that it was crazy, and she was pregnant. I forgot where I was going with that, but
You were just asking us if we watched it.
it had something to do with what we were saying, but
People
So
are
if
weird.
you
You don't know what
pregnant,
they're
if the-
doing.
If the if the mama eat rocks, do the baby come out like a stud or like
What?
no,
like
Well,
tough,
what's the correlation? Oh, because
I
it's
get
tough.
it.
like hard,
A ro-
like gangster?
I don't know if they've done any research into that. Somebody maybe should.
That's that's the hardest child ever. Like my mama ate rocks.
Rocks.
You ain't gonna get no nourishment from a rock. That's crazy. You just eating this.
Absolutely not.
Your umbilical cord dry as hell.
And maybe you are ashy. I wanted to know. That was a good weird sex. But okay, so diving into today's topics, I wanted to know what are your thoughts on the Carly Russell situation?
It's
Do
hilarious.
you know who it is? Carly Russell.
Yes.
Is. Okay.
Why she take her wig off?
That's what I want to know of everything. That was my number
I
one
want to
question.
see the Eureka moment. She like, hold on, I might just the
What
goddamn sell
razzle
it.
dazzle did that add?
I feel like she left the car and then she was like, "Hold on, let me leave my wig."
She was like, but she probably just like, hold on, let me goddamn flail it out. So
You think she flailed it out?
yeah, she combed it out. She was like, let me-
Like she thought that she just got snatched so quick the wig just flew
she was
off.
like, they're gonna be like, because she did Google taken, so she was like, it gotta look like a crime scene a little bit.
Okay, that's probably why she Googled taken to make
Yeah.
it look.
She was getting her points. Is like, what it look like? What you looking for?
That was dumb as fuck.
They went to that damn traffic cam so fast. Like, what? Ain't want no baby out there.
You know what
And she
somebody
grabbed the
told me?
snacks.
The snacks. She went to Target and bought snacks. You didn't know that part.
She bought
So
snacks.
that was how she got caught. A big part of it. She went to Target, bought all these snacks, and so when people thought that she was getting taken from like her trunk or her car whenever she got out or whatever, and they thought somebody was like grabbing her, it was her getting the snack bag out the car to go off into the woods. That's what I was talking about earlier. Somebody told me that Target has a very sophisticated surveillance
Yeah, they said if
thing.
you go in Target, it's a wrap.
Yeah, and they will use it to build a case. They won't get you then, but they want to build it up. So, like, one, if you're like a petty thief, but you keep doing it over and over and over again, you'll get enough stuff to where it's a higher charge than like petty theft, right? And then something about the FBI using Target system, but Target don't play that.
One time I stole some dry shampoo from Target.
Why?
Because I wanted to try it out, but I didn't necessarily want to purchase
If you
it.
buy it from
I
Sephora, you
know,
can
I
return
didn't do it on
it.
purpose though. I got to the car and I was like, dang, I forgot. I'm so sorry, Target.
They gonna come get you now. They, like, oh
It was
yeah.
They gonna
$5.89.
So you stole it or you didn't ring it up?
It was like
Was it a big bottle?
because I'm
no, it
you
was
got
it
two
was like
different
a little
stories,
sample
man.
bottle. It was like a
how
little
you do it?
sample
What
bottle.
you do? You just put it in your purse?
No, it was in the cart, but it was kind of under something, and then like I was like, dang, it's under there, and I didn't grab it.
Oh, that's reparations.
That's different.
That's reparations.
Okay.
I thought you was like, I'm getting this. I'm not. I know it's in here. I'm not fucking with it.
You're supposed to
Paying
just look
with
at it
it.
and say,
Well, when I walked out, I was like, dang, I didn't pay for the
Well,
drug.
you're already outside.
Okay.
That's
you got to be
different.
like slavery at some point.
I deserve
Reparations.
it.
We did enough free work for y'all.
Okay.
Just
For
mine.
Target? Or just
white people in
America?
general, just the whole place.
Well, okay,
They
we
still
did.
doing cotton commercials. Like, who the fuck owns cotton?
Who does own cotton?
Most of my clothes is spandex.
But why
Come
is it a
on, Fashion
commercial for
Nova.
cotton?
Okay.
But I do want to know with the Carly Russell situation. It's a prime
She seemed
case.
petty. She seemed ultra
To
petty.
me, she seemed
Yeah.
petty.
irrational.
irrational,
very dumb.
dramatic, and delusional. It's
Very dumb.
because a
I
lot
wouldn't
of it,
want her to be my damn nurse.
it has to do, some people are saying it has to do with she wanted to get attention from her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever dealt with like a woman, either when you were dating or hell with your wife, where there was like a moment where you're like, "These women are acting crazy. You're being
I used to
crazy."
mess with this girl in college, and you know how you just got your sneaky link, and you just that's what y'all do. And she
Yeah.
was like, "You mind if I read the poetry?" And she started
What?
reading poetry, and it was about like stabbing a nigga in the head and all kind of shit. I was like,
Did you keep smashing?
"Yeah,
Of course he did.
yes."
It wasn't about you,
It
right?
wasn't, she was like, "That's my ex." I was like, "Bet, all right, I'm finna go though."
Maybe you should add this in. Maybe that was the beginning of your writing career. Did you give her any
Maybe it
tips?
was way before. I was like freaked out a little bit, but then I was like, "Well, not me."
But you were aware that she was kind of something was off.
for sure, I knew it, but. Them crazy
make the
girls
pussy
be
better?
having that goddamn fire.
I wonder why that is.
I think it's the element of danger. You might could die a little bit. I don't know.
It's just like fucking hood niggas. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
just like, ooh, somebody might kick down this door. I don't know if it's your baby
Yeah,
mama
and-
or the SWAT team.
The
But-
young girls really like hood. They be like, "Girl, he got a switch on his Glock. That shit got me wet."
Oh,
They be like, "Oh, it's the Pooh Shiesty mask and the Hellcat. Oh my god,
it's a lamb.
bitch! It is giving felony. I am excited."
That is really like I've always teeter-tottered with it, but like I wouldn't like I'm going,
You would never would.
I'm
You
not
gonna
having
embrace
your
it?
child,
Oh.
and there's no way we're having a future together. Like sometimes when I
Oh.
look at people that actually have a future with like men that we're making jokes about, I'm like, wow, that's wildly insane. And, like you got his back.
It's like turn the
You
game
down
off.
for
This
him.
is not Grand
This-
Theft Auto.
Yeah, we're going to the clinic. We're not having this child, and you got to go somewhere.
Block.
else. Yeah, I can't. What? I'm gonna explain to my children that you're their dad.
No,
I mean,
I'm
the-
sorry. Your daddy went and got
I'm
the
not
milk.
strong
I don't know where
enough.
he went.
Sometimes the dope boy turns into the UPS driver or the FedEx guy. Some women turn them.
Sometimes,
some
but I'm
women-
not trying to turn nobody.
Okay.
I'm not trying to
just
turn
saying
nothing.
that
If I
that's
turn you
not the
into
end of
something,
his
it's gonna be a
testimony, y'all.
toad, and
That's-
you can go.
That's not the end of his testimony. Sometimes.
What would you do?
I just want a little dick, and I'm gonna go home and put a condom on.
And a few drinks here and there. Now,
Maybe a
what,
little drugs sometimes.
what would you do if one of your kids did that? Like said that they were missing, or they did something to lead people to believe that they were
have been
missing.
kidnapped.
It's a ransom.
What is the
Oh.
parent conversation? Like
you getting an AI call is $75,000 that we need by 6 a.m. It's 9
when
p.m.
you
First of all,
realize
I'm-
they have lied. What are you saying?
The fuck is wrong with you? Like for real, bro. What was your explain? Tell me the plan first of all, because I'm one of them. My kids have to tell me what the end game. What was you thinking at this? I need to
Let's
know
walk
where
through
your
it.
brain was at this, so I can know how hard to punch you.
And what if your daughter was like, I love my boyfriend. He was talking
He
about
wasn't
ending
talking
things
to
with
me.
me, and he wasn't talking to me. And he said he wasn't going to care if I went missing, and I just wanted to see. I wanted to test it, and I didn't know that anybody was going to look for us because
Well, now you got to deal with what you did. Now I can't do nothing for you. Now this is what it is. Like you about to see. You finna learn now. You know. What
But
I'm saying?
daddy, please.
But,
You can't
hey.
leave me out here.
No, they gonna take you and your wig to jail. They gonna hit your wig. We gonna throw you a good fish fry before you go up there.
We can still have a party.
We gonna have a party before you
This
go up
sounds like
there.
some shit on the Righteous Gemstones.
Everybody-
this sounds like a Tubi movie.
It is a Tubi. You didn't see the clip? They already made a trailer called Tookin'. They already did it.
Tookin'.
The internet was on this shit in an hour. Like that. The first hour.
I've been cracking
The
up.
jokes been coming.
I have been cracking.
The jokes have been coming. Shout out to Ryan Davis. That's the first shit he said. He said, "Why you throw your damn wig?"
That's what I've been wondering the whole time. I didn't know that happened at first, but once I heard that, I said, "This isn't
But put
real."
yourself in delusional womanitis.
I'm keeping my
mode.
wig because I'm thinking that eventually I'm gonna have a press conference.
But I think this is a person who
In my
never probably had
delusional-
consequences, probably been spoiled,
Mm-hmm.
lot like coddle. And you kind of push it to the limit sometimes when you don't know like real shit. Like when you're not grown.
Limits.
When you're not grown, you like I know the Amber Alert from they probably finna charge her for all that shit, resources and all kinds
There
of
were
dumb shit.
actual mothers of missing children that had been murdered.
Bruh,
That
I
were,
would
like,
want to punch her in
reaching
her
out to
fucking
her.
throat.
The first hour, everybody was on this like posting this girl. We gotta find. Everybody praying for real,
They had Beyonce's mama.
bruh. They
Now,
and
once you get Miss Tina
when
involved,
when she said it was a baby in the road, I was like, oh well. Now I gotta hit every baby I see in the street. I'm sorry, you can't stop now because
Yeah.
babies get you kidnapped. So You know.
We thought it was a new scam that they had set up.
Yeah, we're like, dang,
Yeah.
black women, watch out. They were trying to get us. No, they're not.
Yeah.
Well,
We thought
they
her
are,
organs,
just not that way.
like I don't know, like what she thought he was gonna be like, oh my God, now I need to marry you.
I think
I
she
don't-
thought that it was
He
it
would
wasn't going
call
to
her
get as much
back?
coverage as it got. Her plan was going to work, which I don't understand how she thought that when they checked her phone. You Googled, man.
And really, you could have just booked you a bitch, book a weekend and go to Chattanooga by yourself. Go to
And just don't
Take
pick up
a-
your phone and
go
tell
eat-
him
go-
you
You
got.
need to go eat, pray, love alone somewhere.
Period.
Clearly.
You need to book a trip with Paradise
Get-
and Vibe
go-
and find yourself.
You
Go
can
get
do
you some. Go get you
anything.
some solitude. Like I just think that's I don't want to be the old nigga that this generation, but a lot of times when we did shit, your mama let them police come get you if you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times if you ain't had to deal with no real consequences, by the time you 30, you still get like a lot of people, they daddy paying their car insurance and shit like that. So
I wish.
family
I wish
bails
too.
them out. Like the people who have to pay for stuff and do shit on their own.
We're not doing that
and-
shit.
You know you got to go to work tomorrow. It's just
I'd
like,
waste
bruh.
my PTO.
And I mean, she really didn't think like that. She got fired from her job. She's probably
They
not
said
gonna
she
be
stole
able to finish-
$100 from the job.
Yes, and toilet paper.
She stole $100
Now,
from
girl,
the job.
I
and
guess she
toilet
didn't
paper.
to wipe her ass in the woods. But like, girl, you stole that shit from your job, and we saw her boss, so it's like he was gonna fire you.
But like,
this
I want
was
to
a
see what she
horrible
was
plan.
doing in the wood. Like she's just like freestyling or some shit. They
Maybe-
finna got. I'm finna
maybe
go.
she was
After this,
dancing.
I know I'm going on red.
Maybe
Table
she was-
Talk. She was.
Oh yeah,
She-
maybe
I bet she was like,
practicing
my
her
followers is about
interviews.
to come out. I'm gonna be on Oprah.
I'm gonna get an endorsement deal. I'm finna go on Love and Hip Hop after this.
She didn't have to worry
Sure.
about her hair.
She knew
'cause
she was gonna
left
go
it
on
in the
Love and Hip Hop
car.
and date Lil Scrappy. She thought she was gonna get Lil Scrappy.
Or
on
get a
Rebound.
Zeus special.
But not gonna lie, those opportunities are still they can
She's
still
gonna be
happen.
booked on Zeus for
Something
sh-
somebody is gonna want
If
to book
you
her and
think
talk about
Zeus-
what
Zeus should do the
happened.
documentary
If you think
on this
Zeus
whole
ain't in her
story.
DM, you
There's going to be a
tripping.
Netflix series probably. This is a series, and I want to see what creatives come up with for this story. It's a great
Her
story.
name is the adjective now.
Think about when
It
Lifetime
really
was really
is.
popping. This would be a great Lifetime movie.
And, I mean, Lifetime is still doing
And
stuff. They
need
can
him
still
'cause
do it.
Keisha
Because-
Cole played herself in her Lifetime movie.
She did, yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
I
Was
was
it
like-
good? Y'all looking like it was.
You know, I didn't watch it.
I watched it.
What? Okay, well, got that. I just didn't understand why we needed a Keisha Cole
The lady who played her mama was killing.
movie when we have the reality show, and I know her mama wasn't acting.
Didn't her mom die?
Frankie died.
I
When
know,
Frankie
but when
died.
she did, no, I'm saying she wasn't acting
yeah.
in the reality
That was
show.
my favorite part
That
of the
was
show.
Miss Frankie.
Man
Yeah.
down, cold tea.
She cut up. It's a few
Frankie
of the
and Nephew
mamas
show was
like
good
that.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The BET reality show era was hidden.
Oh,
I
yeah.
enjoyed them. I did not like what I saw in the sense of I want better, but whatever. I'm enjoying watching it. Get my popcorn.
Yeah, I'm glad she got the money to do it, or got to do the project, because
Exactly.
you don't tell your story. It's like it never happened. Now it's like
Yeah.
you never was here.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie, I'm just curious. This is random. What's your drink of choice when you're at the bar?
when
Is
I'm
it
at
a
the
Big
bar,
Daddy?
it's a Crown and Coke. Sometimes I get a Crown and ginger ale. Sometimes I'll get it. I like white Hennessy when I'm traveling. When I'm thotting and bopping.
Mm-hmm.
Little white Hennessy and some Sprite or something. You know what I'm saying? I smoke
Simple.
weed. I like something mild and a beer. I like a Modelo and a blunt or something. You know what I'm saying? Like a really good cannabis,
Hello.
a fine cannabis and a beer. You know,
Is there
It's
a
kinda my
certain
jam.
type that you like?
I like hybrids. I like indica and sativa mixed kind of.
Which is the one that makes you focus? I always get
The
confused.
sativa is the talking weed and indica is the couch weed.
Okay. I like
Okay,
the
that makes
sativa.
sense with the elevate. It's
What-
sativa. Remember how I
Sativa
told you
is
it
the
gives me
talking
like
weed.
this
Sativa is the
burst
comedy
of
weed.
like, yeah,
That
I'm
shit
like,
makes me.
You see, I got it. I'm strapped with it. Like it makes me.
Yeah, I like
funny.
I like a
Vitamin is
hybrid
great,
because you get
but-
the comedy feel and your knee fit. My knee be hurting sometimes.
Do you have a torn meniscus or a ripped ACL?
I don't know. I was in the shootout and I failed. So
Oh.
yeah.
Ooh.
I was on a
Bro.
reality show and I went to do a dramatic turn and my legs didn't move, and
Man.
it tore my knee so bad that when I went to the doctor asked me if I play basketball,
Oh, that's hard.
and I
didn't know
clearly
that that's
don't.
what
That's what
happened.
Did you feel like a stat though? You was like, nah, I might. You know,
I wanted to. Like, I was like, I used to.
My
I
shit
used
be
to kinda-
crazy.
I can play a little bit, but no.
Yeah, I hurt my knee and then I hurt it again when I was. I'm the old nigga on tour, so we get like these Airbnbs. You know, sometimes the house will be like a wraparound stairs to the bottom, and I like the room that's far away from all the party. You know,
Yeah.
not even
Where you
party,
get
but
some
just the
peace.
loud Bluetooth. I can't listen to drill music that much. I can't.
What's
It's just-
drill music?
Well, not
All
drill
that
music, but
bumpity
the-
bump,
Yeah,
that's what I
sound like an
call
old
it.
nigga. That bumpity bump shit. You know,
It
but
hurts my head.
Is that because you're married and have kids?
No, I just come from another era. Like my music palette ear is like that T.I., Jay-Z kind of art. I like a lot of R&B. Like my shit is, I love R&B. So yeah,
So is it
my wife says when I be listening to Brett Fayez and shit, she said,
Oh yeah.
my wife's like, you in here listening to that hurt nigga music?
I do like her nigga music.
Me
I was like,
too.
I love her.
It's
I used to listen to when he was in Sonder. I was like, yeah, this shit dope. Like, but I drive a lot, so I listen to a lot of podcasts and a lot of R&B and shit though. But the new, I keep up with what's new, but I like my own space. You know what I'm saying? So when I get in the Airbnb, I try to go to the bottom room in the corner, and you know how you think you finna step on the last step and you miss it? And I did like a Kaepernick right into my knee, the knee that was hurting. I was like, oh my God.
Dang, they're probably like, dang, you was just walking down the steps.
Yeah, I was just walking down the steps and I hurt my shit, but it's better now. I'm feeling way better.
I wanted to ask you this because as many men that we've had on the show, which I don't really think is that many. Oh, I always forget to ask this question. And we just recently did an episode about body positivity.
Right.
Do men ever struggle with body positivity? And really, by men, I mean you. Have you ever had like a moment in your life where you're on Instagram scrolling and like how a lot of us women are, we're like, dang, I'm going to get a BBL because this bitch looks bad. Or like, dang,
I want to get a little ab itch.
Yeah, I'm going to not eat all day because I want to look like this. Like, have you ever experienced stuff like that? Especially being in the spotlight.
I mean, I've always been a big dude, big kid. So it's like, I'm kind of, you see yourself like, oh, look, I'm slipping. Let me tighten up. Let me get off the soda a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it's more like I have to deal with people trying to roast me all the time. So I go back and forth with them. But I've always been the roaster. But I come from like I grew up watching Heavy D and the Fat Boys, and I was like, Heavy D got all the women. You know what I'm saying? He looked good. He's always clean, put together. So that's what I kind of.
To look.
The representation.
That was my representation. I'm 10 years old watching Heavy D with Pepper from Salt and Pepper. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, what y'all mean? He the man. I'm trying to be like him. And then Biggie came, and there's always somebody. Rick Ross was the later version of that. But I've always been like in my mind, I look good to me. You know what I'm saying? I like myself. So it's shit I can work on for sure. But until then, bitch, you're gonna get all these looks and you're gonna see these cankles and some bitch. I don't care. My calf go into my ankle. That's it. I don't got no ankle. It's just a leg, like the Simpsons. And that's
what
it
I gotta look at the
is.
Simpsons
When I wear
characters.
shorts, it's just straight down. It's just
It's straight down.
it's just like sometimes you gotta know what it is. Like to me, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's a confidence thing. It's like I have to have confidence anyway because I get up on stage every night. So I know you looking at me. I know, but I do it because I know it's a little husky ass kid somewhere. Like he don't know what to put on. He don't know if girl like you or whatever. I just remember girls like the nigga who will talk or be funny or listen. And I was like, I never had a problem with girls in school. So they will be like the niggas that have a problem. Like, was she talking to a fat ass nigga? I'm like, she is
funny.
Yeah, she is. I look good too, and she.
But I'm saying that as to
Remind
it.
you, I do look good.
I'm not saying that, but
I do think it's funny how it's so opposite though. Like a man can do that, but women don't really have that grace. It's not like they're like, she's big, but she's funny and I love her.
It's some big girls that got sauce. They come in
Can
the
you,
room.
every time
Name
people have
12.
this conversation, I'm like, can you name somebody?
I can't. I don't know their names, but I've seen a woman come and take over the room. I can't think of.
It's not that it's not possible, but it's just that it is not.
Jill Scott is one of them that come take the whole room and you like, oh shit, this motherfucker is gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? Like walk in with the essence, smelling good, knowing she look good. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of those.
It's not that you can't be big and
like
take
DJ
over
Khaled
a
does
room.
it. He's a big guy. He coming in.
He's
just
rich.
think about it. It's that too. It's all of it mixed together.
Very.
You don't not do.
And
the
he was
other
already
one.
married. And he don't eat
but
pussy.
it's somebody that think
So
he look
we
good.
don't care.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That nigga don't eat pussy.
He
And
don't.
I think he's fucking lying. He said he don't, but I think
I
he's
believe
fucking
That's
lying.
their religion.
You do?
I
It's a
believe
religious
him.
thing.
Yeah, I do believe him. Do you eat pussy?
I done
Of
fucked a Muslim
course,
man
yeah.
before.
When
That's
you
a
get
fucking
married,
That's
and
my
you're-
jam.
Do you still eat pussy on a regular? With
I
your
try
wife?
to. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
When I'm home, you know what I'm saying? I travel a lot, so.
Do you like to
Sometimes
have
my wife
phone
like, hey,
sex?
chill out. Huh?
You like phone sex?
Not really. My wife ain't into it like that. It's I know her, she know me.
I love
It's
to
like,
hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's
what I
like,
like to hear.
You
yeah,
Stay
because
in your
sometimes she has to tell me like, look, motherfucker, I don't like head all day. You gotta hit this motherfucker sometimes. Like, I don't want that. You know, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I can make you nut. I can, that's the thing. You know, the girl's like, no, nigga, hit it from the back. What's up? I don't want to be on top now.
Do you talk when you have
Sure
sex?
don't.
Kinda, but we start laughing.
What do you like? What do you be saying?
You want
this?
you taking it dick? Hey, she like She like you stupid. Like it's funny. It's man. It's hilarious. We
Y'all be
laughing.
cracking up and fucking.
Do you be talking?
She'll be shit like.
What you be saying? Kiki?
It depends on who I'm fucking. I got different personalities, I guess, depending on who it is. So I've not.
What if it's a Hellcat boy? What you gonna do with Pooh Shiesty?
I done had a few of them. That's really when it's more like oohs and ahs and ooh, daddy, give it to me. Yeah, stuff like that. Basic. I would personally prefer somebody who's more funny and has more personality, so I don't have to do like the video game character sounds or porn star sounds.
Yeah, I do. I
make it interesting.
I give my wife her phone and we watch a series every time I eat the pussy. I
thought you were gonna say
we watching The Shy right now. I ain't never seen The Shy, but I'm on season 4.
Every time y'all eat.
But you hear it. It's like an audio book.
They done shot the mirror. Ain't they about a bitch? So fellas, get your girl, pick a series and y'all just do that every time. You know what I'm saying? But I had to be like, yo, I be going crazy. You need to start going crazy on the head. What's up? You know, it's
I love to hear that married people are having fun sex.
Yes. But
y'all
it's when you can, because the kids, man, it's like they
be busting
kids
in the
are
room?
haters, dog.
Really?
My kid can feel. I think he know. He just be like, I can't sleep. Man, get your ass out my room, please.
Do they knock on the door? Or they just bust in?
Yeah, they knock on the door. We leave our door, but their room is across from ours, and they think they got carte blanche, man. Kids walk in, get in the bed. I'm like, you don't want to get in that spot. Your mom crazy. I wouldn't sit over there.
Have they ever walked in on you having sex?
No, not at all. Not at
Lucky
all.
kid.
She's really protective of that. She's like, I cannot let my children.
I think that's
the door got to
good.
be locked.
Yes, that's
why I try to mind what I say, because I talk crazy on my podcast too, and I try to mind what I say because I know my kids go mining for me on the internet. Like I didn't know they were looking for me, so you know I'm kind of mindful of what I say now.
You know that just made me think. Like imagine like 10 years from now we have kids. I have Apple and Olive. You have little Trey.
Trey?
I just
got my little cousin Walker. He
but
all
let's
grown
just
up.
say you have little Trey. I have Apple and Olive.
They are gonna go look up our. That's
And
what
they
I
look
Why my kids sound bad? Why you have a little princess girl?
Did you? I thought you wanted a son and not a
Who
girl.
wants a son? I don't even like niggas like that.
Well,
I mean, you gotta like him to sit on him. You gotta like him to sit up on him.
Let's see.
Kiki Jr.
Yeah, actually, I was about to say I would like a junior, but we
Kiki
gotta.
Jr. is hard. That's,
Kiki
Yeah.
Jr. So
That's
we have
hard for a
Apple and
girl.
Olive and Kiki Jr. They're all
Okay.
hanging out one day because
That's
let's say
better.
we're recording some content, but we have upgraded. We're like on Oprah. We're behind the stage. We brought the
We're at the
babies.
real set.
Yeah, and the girls by our girls. They have Googled us and they have looked up the trashiest video they could find from like the beginning of CockTales where we're drunk, talking crazy. They present it to us. They're like, "Mommy, is this you?"
Yes, baby. Now, do you see this outfit? Do you see this home? Do you see how we're living?
Started from
What
the
about
bottom.
if you are like an OnlyFans model and your son?
Well, I'm not.
I'm just saying. I'm just giving you a scenario because that's my argument now. Like all the free sex era, everybody doing what they fucking. The turned up hot girl summer era and the hot boy summer is cool until your son is in middle school and he getting roasted and he losing and then they like, but ain't this your mama though? Bye. Boom.
And
OnlyFans.
now we have an issue. But it's so crazy because now I feel like we're in a world where, you know, everybody tries to make their point with every situation, even when it makes no fucking sense.
Yep. Everybody got to
So the
win.
woman is going to try to say that there's something positive about whatever the fuck is going on. I saw a child in the strip club the other day. Like JT had young Miami's son in a strip club. And I was reading the comments.
It wasn't in a strip club. It was back. Not that it's right. I'm just saying it was backstage at Rolling.
No matter
Loud.
what was happening.
Rolling
he
Loud
was,
is not the
He was
concert
throwing
to
money at a naked girl's body. And the people were in the comments
yeah.
like, hey, he just having fun. I think there are boundaries that parents need to set. And I don't care what world we get to, what year we get to, and how free everybody wants to be. Let kids be fucking kids.
Yeah, I think, and also too, I think our parents did a lot of bullshit in the 80s. It just wasn't filmed. You know what I'm saying? I don't perform the whole Thriller video in front of a drunk crowd. You know, your parents wake you up, get up,
Yeah.
do it. You and your brother. Y'all
And
do
I
it all.
jokingly say like, look how we're living, but it's also another point to that I will make to be serious is like, I make content for adults, not for children.
If
And
That's true,
not
but
content that is like premium adult content like porn, I think that is different. And if that's what you choose to do, that's what you choose to do. It's not that, but it's more to it than saying crazy things. But this is also the life that I live. So if I have a young kid who sees something like this, or a step kid, that's more of a reality. And you bring it to me, yeah, the step kid or the cousins or whatever, my nieces, whoever, and they're like, "This is what you did," and I'm like, yes, this is what I did. And when you get older, or if it's an appropriate age that me and their parents agree on, then we can talk about it some more. But there's a reason that I did these things, and we'll talk about it. I don't want it to be something where it's like you never find out, you never know. It's a different
thing with boys, though, because we out there fighting everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, boys have to fight the whole world, like, as far as just social shit going on. Like, you already feeling awkward. And then, you know, in the black community, the lunchroom roast session is like what shapes niggas, what turn you into who you are. Some niggas is gorillas because of the damn lunch, because they got roasted so bad, they shoot motherfuckers now because they don't want to be tried no more. Like, that's how it started for real. It's like, so if you get roasted bad enough, niggas turn, you know what I'm saying? So they won't get.
So I don't need no son.
Yeah, it's like, but
I've always said I don't want a son.
I have no desire. I mean, even I'll take my little brother for an example. This has nothing to do with sex content, but me, my mother, and my other sisters prayed for a long time that he wouldn't grow up and be short, because we just knew it was going to be hard for him, and we were encouraging him to be funny, because if you're the funny man, that's going to trump everything else. It don't matter if you're short or how you look.
Funny trumps a lot of shit.
Funny trumps.
Funny is the king. Like,
I have been with a
man
lot
or
of
woman.
That, I don't know why.
Because when you don't have no personality,
but funny,
you can be fine, but you're only good for one thing.
I love a funny,
and I'll use you for it. But
speaking of funny,
shout out to all the funny big niggas that got a bad bitch. I like them. They keep one. You know, man. Shout out to the big dudes. There's a lot of big dudes out there getting to it, and they not telling everybody either. That's my favorite shit. I like low
discretion.
Key. Just chill.
Just make a dinner reservation.
They're not trying to show off. They're just like, look,
I really
am that nigga. I don't need to highlight.
It's really the pretty niggas that's always talking too much and doing too much.
They be doing them podcasts talking about women.
Yes, exactly.
And really have the mic all in their face. As a man, you
gotta do this.
Yeah, I don't think
and
you should tell a
women
woman to do shit, like, because they gonna tell us what they gonna do.
Who are your top 3 favorite comedians?
Top 3. I love Eddie Murphy's number 1 for me. Just because I remember watching Raw as a kid. My dad let me watch it when I was like 6 or 7, and I just remember learning that shit. And I was like, this shit working in school. Like, I
didn't watch Raw until I was an adult. And honestly, I want to say it was like right before COVID hit, when I was like,
really?
And I literally was like, it made Eddie Murphy way more funnier to me in my life than I. Like,
it made the context of it all. You're like, oh, this is why they fuck with him.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, Eddie Murphy is really. Is that the one where he has on like the little?
He got the
leather
blue.
suit?
He got the blue leather suit.
Yeah, and
Delirious is the first one. He had the raw. He had the red suit on.
It's both of them are hilarious.
Delirious
I was
first.
really
like, it's available.
Netflix.
Oh.
Go watch both of them. Those are like, because it's a lot. You could tell where a lot of people steal their stuff from. It's the origin of a lot of shit a lot of pop culture shit that we say and do comes from. What he had going on. But you know, Richard Pryor is. But I'm gonna say Tyler Craig. He passed away a couple years ago. He used to be on Comedy View with the long dreads, and he used to be like joke number 1.
Dang, I don't know who that
He used to be on Comedy View back in the day. Tyler Craig is one of the most funny people you ever meet. Tyler Craig. Yeah, he passed away before COVID, I want to say.
That's sad. What happened
funny
to
as
him?
hell. I don't know. I think he had a heart attack or something. Just died. Like,
I have seen him before. Yes,
he's been uptown all the time. Like, these are the people that like came up under and saw being hilarious in person, and I saw like the big name people having trouble following these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of comedians that's super funny, you never know who they are. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's a whole underground of us. You know, like I know I'm a killer on stage. I don't play no games. So
speaking of underground comedians, this is somebody that my dad told me about, and I really hope that I get her name right. There's a lady, and she was a comedian like way back in the day when like it was still like. I think maybe like before the civil rights movement. I think her name was Moms Mabley. Moms Mabley.
Yeah, she was a superstar. She was
so I'm always famous. Have you heard of her?
Yes.
Yeah, she's like a pioneer.
My dad.
You didn't hear of her?
She's like the first city girl kind of. Like.
Not that I didn't hear of her until like today. No, like
today,
it's not like growing up I was like I'm speaking of her in the comedy world. I don't hear many people speak of her. So every time I talk to somebody who's a comedian, I'm like, do you know about this person? My dad is like, you better be knowing about it. My dad has records.
Is like, she's like Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
Type, like caliber. Yeah, for sure.
That's incredible. There was a woman.
They have a portion of her on you ever watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on
Yes.
On
Amazon
it's
Prime.
one of the seasons that she opens for Moms Mabley.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
The white lady, yeah. She opens.
You should watch it. It's good. It's on
good.
Amazon Prime.
Shout out to my boy Noah. He's a writer on there. My boy, the writer. Shout out to all the writers too, man.
They still striking.
Strike and the actors, boy. Woo! Y'all hire us.
I heard
we trying to do stand up and everything.
Striking.
It's everybody. Yeah, they don't even want them to do podcasts unless it's like their own shit.
Really?
Well, we don't pay anybody, so y'all should be safe here.
No, I'm a comedian first. I don't, I write when it's time to go write. So.
We ask you to write enough, just come up, show up, and we'll just tag your shit in the comments.
Yeah.
So before we move on to Indecisive Diane, I wanted to ask you, what is like one up about comedy that makes you want to keep going, and then like a down?
Well, the up is I get to work for myself, and I get to choose what I want to do, and I've been doing it 22 years coming up, and I make decent money. It's pretty decent. It's like I'm not a superstar, but I've done like TV and film and stuff like that, but not on a major level as a like star yet. But that can happen.
Do you want that?
Hell yeah, that can happen in a day or two. It's like you're like a meeting away from that type of shit. That's the up about it. Like your stars can change with the right motherfucking golf outing. You know what I'm saying? Or like little meeting and stuff. I got little stuff cooking, but it's like you don't know nothing till it happens. But I stay on the comedy grind of touring and staying in front of people. But gathering that audience is kind of dope. Kind of being able to monetize without having to do shit that I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because black folk, we like to work for ourselves now. The entrepreneur, we've been in entrepreneur mode for a minute. And my mom always was like, my dad was like, fuck a job. Get work for yourself if you can. You know what I'm saying? So, but one of the downs is sometimes you don't know where your money is coming from. So you got to be tight. You got to play. Like every dollar that I pay for bills and stuff come out of my brain. Like I have to make up my next calendar. I have to figure out what the next.
You need to be prepared.
You got to do a lot of prepare. You got a lot of smoozing, a lot of pulling up, and you know what I'm saying, following, seeing what this person is trying to do. Like I open for a couple people. It's just fun, man. I like it. The downs are just you just don't know, but that's the fun part of it.
I was just going to say it's not really a down.
It's not. It's just. It's
the
a sweet. I like it. I'd rather be this than a rapper that had like one song, or like a rapper that couldn't turn the tide. Because I'm still new to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I got years of material that some people never heard.
You don't have a cap. There's
no cap. There's no ceiling on it. Like I can always be new. And this is the only form of entertainment that we can say what the hell we want to. We're the only ones who really provide like social commentary right now. Everybody's looking to stand up, and especially with the writer's strike and the actor strike, I think stand up is going to hit a big boom. Kevin just dropped a special. Some more people coming. It's a lot of people coming. More than culture. We just merged with 85 South. We're going to start putting our stuff on their platform.
Congrats.
So the tribe is the network. We already was cool. All of us was homies. We've been coming up together. So once your homies at the top of the mountain, they looking down like, come on, we already know what to do with y'all. We done did all the mistakes. So now we finna fix all of it. So blowing up is a different meaning now. It's like maybe I can just have enough fans to live comfortably. That's what making it is to me. I don't have to clock in to nobody. Like
that's real. I always love hearing the honesty of content creators, podcasters, comedians, people who are in this creative lifestyle, because it is difficult. You go through a lot of ups, you go through a lot of downs. Yeah. And sometimes people get caught up in like the fame and the attention part. But it's really dope to hear you talk about how you have made a career for yourself. Yeah, I do a lot of colleges, and sometimes I'm somebody's first time seeing a live comedian, so I take that very serious. And they're like, I try to make it hard for the next motherfucker you see. Like, he better be this funny.
I didn't laugh as much.
Every time.
Ronnie.
I go back to schools a lot of times because they'll bring somebody back and he wasn't good because they don't know how to connect with those kids.
The audience.
The audience is they real people. You know what I'm saying?
One of my favorite hobbies to do is I am constantly going to comedy shows. I love
It's a good cheat
code
date
headliner,
night.
But I also love going to like a open mic because you just don't know what
you don't know who's gonna pop in there.
Yeah, it might be bad, it might be great. Almost all the time, there's probably like one or two people where you're like, this is about to be somebody. That is like one of my favorite pastime things to do. I love comedy, because when we go to comedy show, when I've been with you or when I go with anybody or if I go with myself, I'm always like, I dabbled in it a little bit and did a few like open mics. I was like, there's no way I can fucking do this. You have to be a fucking superhero to get up there and really be like, this is funny to me and I hope y'all think it's funny. And for it to actually be funny to
and you got to stand on stuff that's not popular sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, you got to stand on it. Like,
you're telling us about your family funny moments. We don't know them
I make
people.
the cringe shit funny. Like I was talking about Magic Johnson's son the other night and they were like, I was like, y'all, you seen the picture of him? I said,
in his little white two-piece head?
I call him They the Stallion, and they. I said, I didn't even say that to me. I was like, bro, I didn't know he was that tall. Magic Johnson is 6'9". He's like 7 feet tall.
He is
and I was like, yo,
son.
the Lakers needed EJ, bro.
You your daddy's son.
Yeah.
But I do a joke about like going to therapy with my wife and like she's naming all this shit that's wrong with me, and like they high fiving and shit. And you got to sit there and take it as a man. Like, I work on that. And they're like, Ronnie, what could she work on? I'm like, head. Yeah, I want that goddamn. I want that demon time. I don't want none of that PTA meeting, praise and worship team head. I want I want that shit. I said, that sound will make a nigga get his credit together. That sound make a nigga with a 400 credit score be on Zillow. Like, I got to find this bitch a home.
What can I do?
So I brought it back to EJ Johnson. I said, that's what EJ Johnson do when he wants some money from Magic. Like, Daddy, give me $4 million. No. He like, all right, what's your Zelle? I'm sorry. Imagine as a father hearing your son do the throat sound.
Magic Johnson is in the position to where he can't even say.
He just bought the Commanders.
Really
he bought the Commanders.
That's wildly insane.
He's like the dopest black man ever. And I feel like EJ is older now. In my mind, I'm like, EJ, you can't thought and bop. You grown. You got to get on your grown woman shit. You got to get on your business suit shit.
For what?
40,
Daddy
bro.
is rich.
But you 40.
He's living the life that
outside.
That like the rich New York old money white girls live. That's the life he's living. He's like, what the fuck do I need to work for? Do you know who my dad is? Do you know who I am? Yes.
You heard of Starbucks? He brought it to the black neighborhoods.
Starbucks, Burger King, every damn thing.
Magic Johnson had him watching
my daddy owns all of
everywhere.
This. He'll buy you.
He was kicking. He owns the Dodgers.
Does he still have AIDS?
I think he been got rid of AIDS. I don't know. I think he been.
HIV is undetectable. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So you got to remember, HIV and AIDS are not the same.
He's healthy
and
as
that
shit.
Your levels can be undetectable.
Okay.
So medicine has progressed.
For rich people.
For super rich people.
Not even just rich people.
Well, they got the PrEP commercials that come on BT all the time.
It's come a long way. There's a lot of people that aren't even rich. PrEP is preventative. But when you're taking your medicine, just for real, when you're taking your medicine, if you do have HIV and you have been HIV positive, there is a point where you could become, your levels are at an undetectable level. So it's not that you never had HIV, but now if you were to get tested as if it was your first time, it's going to be a negative test because it's not detected, because the medicine has gotten so good and it's
not detected, but you still have it and you can still pass it.
It's undetectable, so they can't, the passing it and all of that, when it's undetectable levels, the chances of you passing it on to somebody are lower.
But there's still a chance.
There is still a chance. It's just a very small chance. So it's like if you get off your medicine and you stop doing all of this, it could go back up because we don't know yet.
Okay. Right. It's kind of like credit scores. It's like, you're spending.
Is the PrEP only for guys? Because I only see dudes on the commercial.
I'm not sure, but I will tell y'all this that I found randomly. I was going to put it as a weird sex story, but I subscribe to this thing called Wisp, and they do like probiotics, and if you also have like BV and you always have it all the time, you get it for that. And also if you going on a trip with somebody and you know, whether you have to or you just want to fuck a little on your trip and your period's getting in the way of that, there's another pill that you can take. Anyway, it's like telemedicine. They got a
period stopper pill?
They do. I'll tell you about it later.
I can slip it in my wife's drink?
You could just tell her and she'll take it because she needs to take it on time every day. Anyway, there's a new one that is for STDs and STIs. I'll tell y'all about that in another sex story. Yeah, it's a new thing.
They got a We Outside pill?
That's what they need to call.
Wait a minute. It's
crazy. Wait, let me make sure I heard this correctly because I zoned out a little bit, but let me make sure I heard it correctly. It's a pill that can like make you you won't pass your STD.
I did not say that. It's a pill that it's similar to PrEP, where it's going to be a much smaller chance that you will contract. Yeah, that you'll contract. It's not that it's a total block. It's like You can take birth control, but it doesn't mean that you won't get pregnant. There's still a chance.
So they got a
You
pill
can
to turn
work.
into an X-Man? That's crazy.
It could. I think that's good because just like
That's
there's a plan
hard.
B.
I mean, I think it's good, but I also think it would be good if you let somebody know you have an STD. And there's a
Well,
risk
yeah,
that
but
you could
there's the
get
other
it.
thing where people don't know that they have it.
But you know you have it if you are taking this pill to
No, if
It's
if
like
y'all
you
two
know
are
you
having sex,
outside.
you don't know that you have an STD, but you got it, right? Because you was fucking somebody else yesterday. You haven't been tested, or whatever the case may be. You haven't been tested. You don't know that you have an STD. You guys have sex. You had sex with a new person. You don't really know. You haven't seen his paperwork. You go and you take your plan B, but for the STD, STI to protect yourself. It's
We
not
outside.
that.
The we
It's like,
outside
we're
pill.
outside.
Yeah, you
We probably
don't
got
know.
stuff.
It's just like
Thanos.
a plan B.
It's the Thanos pill.
It's a Marvel pill. There we go.
I'm telling y'all,
The
there's
Marvel-
lots of things science
the
is
endless
evolving,
pill.
but yeah.
That people are not using. Y'all should use these things.
They should have gave everybody
But
that
you
shit.
should really use condoms.
They should have gave everybody that instead of
You
the
can still get
vaccine.
STDs with condoms, so you probably need to. If
You
you
can.
outside,
Do
outside,
everything.
Do the condom, the pill, the plan B.
I feel like hedonism
And a
should be
visual
sponsored by that
check.
pill.
hedonism does.
Wait,
Like,
what?
Hedonism is
Hedonism
sponsored by
needs to
We Outside.
Be sponsored
the
by
pill.
the We Outside Thanos Marvel pill. You're safe here. If you got anything, we're blocking
Infinity
it.
Stone dick pill.
They should just have them like welcome mints. That
Yeah,
would be
yeah,
great.
like,
pop
you-
them.
like,
Let's all make sure
everybody-
I
we're
wonder if
good.
they're approved in Jamaica. I'm gonna do some insight. I'll report back to you guys before
That
the
is some-
trip.
the medicine
Okay,
that
on
came a
that
long
note, we're
way.
going to move on to the advice.
Mhm.
Ronnie is going to help you. And my laptop died, so I have to use your iPad.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, it's me, Diane, and guess what? It's time for you to travel. Go to paradiseandvibe.com and sign up for Brazil. It's gonna be so much fun. Bring your friends, bring your bae, bring anyone you want, or come alone. It'll be fun. See you there in February. Bye.
All right, you guys, we're back from Indecisive Diane, and now it's time for the advice. If you have a question that you would like to ask us on the show, make sure you email us advice@cocktailspod.com, and maybe we'll read and answer your question on the show.
It's always great when we get advice from men. It's very rare. So this one is titled, I'm Pregnant by a Married Man. Hey,
Kill it.
Medinah. Hey, Kiki.
Kill
You
it.
really said that. Okay. I love you, beautiful women. Okay, so long story short, as possible, I met this lawyer about a year ago, and I was newly separated from a 6-year marriage to a woman, and he was the first man I was interested in. He was regal, intelligent, chocolate, and 20 years older than me. I'm 35, so it's not weird or creepy, and he doesn't fuck like an old man. He told me from the beginning he was married, but he was also separated. We continued with our relationship. At first, he was super sweet, but I'm used to always having my way, and he would not give it to me. Anyway, when we first started dating, he told me he married a woman who never wanted kids, but did not make that clear to him before they got married. He told me he probably wouldn't have married her had he known that. I also really wanted a baby, but my wife kept making us put having one off. I had even thought about going to a sperm bank and doing it on my own. So once he told me that, my mind was made up. He would be my baby daddy. I made it very clear to him that my intentions were to have his baby. I felt like my maternal clock was ticking. The first time he came in me, he sent me money for a morning after pill, and I sent him the money back immediately. I told him I was serious, and there was no reason for us to continue fucking if he wasn't aligned. So we continued fucking. He even showed up with a cup from the urologist one day asking me to help him ejaculate to test his sperm count. During this time, I broke up with him like 4 times because, like I said, he wasn't giving me my way all the time. Whenever I did break up with him, it seemed like he would go back home to his wife. I didn't mind because I was always open to him fixing things with his wife if that's what he wanted to do. I just asked that he be honest with me. I was not trying to replace her or ruin them. The last time I broke up with him, I dipped back into the pool and fucked around and got pregnant. By this time, I was trying to move on. His response was very off-putting at first. He acted as if it wasn't what he wanted. I was pissed because I was always honest about what I wanted, and I let him know we didn't need to keep fucking if he didn't want a baby. Also, by this time, I love this man. Not trying to marry him or anything, but I love him. Like, he's a close friend. I like to fuck him. He's fine. He has definitely come around and started to even be excited about the baby, but I'm stressed. I never meant to be a side chick. We really were just two people going through tough times in our relationships, and we found solitude in each other. Now I love him, and I'm knotted up with his baby. Maybe she meant to say knocked up with his baby. I can't fuck anyone else or do anything else because I'm pregnant. I can't go find distraction sex because I'm knocked up. He's back with his wife now, and baby, I am a secret. Oh, and me and baby are a secret. How do I let him go? Should I think of myself and still fuck him until I drop the baby? My friends have been mad and judgmental towards me because of this situation, but honestly, I don't give a fuck because they're in toxic relationships too. They think because they're the main ones, it makes them better. I'm not a judgmental person, hence why I found myself being understanding of him going through whatever he was going through. But now I'm attached. Big time. Help me, please. Sincerely, accidental side chick. Ronnie?
Ooh. She's a great side chick. Seemed like it until I don't know about side
Until
chicks.
she got pregnant?
Yeah, like you gotta have a conversation about bringing a
Violated the
life into the
terms.
world. Like, you still did what you wanted to do, and you come on, man. Like, don't do this. I wouldn't do this if I was her, but it seemed like it's happening. You gotta kind of embrace it. You might make another Brett Fayez. Who knows? You might make an R&B star.
And he'll be making
He's
her
gonna have a
music.
story, you know what I'm saying? But it feels like you're not finna quit fucking this dude anyway.
Right.
It don't matter
no
what the fuck we say. It don't matter what you're gonna do what you want to do anyway. So more power to y'all. I hope y'all figure out how to make it healthy and not weird when he gets here, because you're gonna have to explain who his dad is and why his dad live over there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Kiki.
I don't know why the fuck he said more power to this. Because I was in the bathroom having to take a little princess tinkle. And I said, let me just hold on because I need to hear this because it's some bullshit. And then I said, let me get to my phone as soon as I get back and speed read. So I'm catching up. Correct me if I'm wrong about anything. I'm glad that you're not judgmental. We know that I can be, and I'm about to be. I hate that you're going through this, and I sympathize with stress, I guess. But you knew
You picked this.
some of the things that were going on already, and that doesn't even really seem to be the issue. I think that I get really sensitive when it's an issue where there's a kid involved.
Yeah.
You're pregnant. There's a kid that's going to come into this world, and everything that is going to come with that. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you haven't taken that into consideration. And I was telling them a personal story about something that happened with some relatives of mine before, and just like an ongoing issue. I wouldn't want that for your baby. And I know you don't really want that for your baby. You probably haven't thought about it, but it's like, why would you? I just hate that you would want to have a baby with somebody and they're not trying to do this with you. Or what is the issue? He didn't know that she was pregnant.
He knows now.
He knows now, but initially it was
He
like he
told
came
me.
inside of her.
But he said he didn't want to do it, right? That's
Why
what-
are you doing it?
Yeah,
That's what I want. Why?
Why are you doing
like, I'm
this?
not even being funny.
So
And this is not even me being judgy. I'm asking
Well, she said
why
she wanted
you
a
can't
baby
talk
because
back.
she wanted a baby with her first wife,
And
they didn't
that
have
didn't
a
work
baby.
out.
And she
Can I
said,
jump
But it's
in?
a baby
She
above
said he
all
said
else.
he wanted a baby too, but his wife didn't.
He don't want a
baby
baby with you. He wants a baby with his wife, huh?
Yeah, and she said he found out his wife never wanted a kid, so he was. But I'm like,
So
niggas,
you think this is
when
divine
niggas is fucking somebody,
intervention?
we say whatever the hell we think gonna get you, make you. You know what I'm saying?
Make that
Niggas-
pussy wet, make it jump.
If your
and
dick
go.
out, it don't really count. What you say, niggas
I
just
don't
saying
think this
shit.
is good.
It's because it's not.
It's not.
And I think that it's going to be the biggest problem. I don't want to say I don't care about you, but right now I'm just thinking about the child and what's going to happen in their life. You don't want a child to grow up and find out my daddy didn't want me. And that's why he's not around. That's the real story.
He gonna be like Will
And
Smith
you
on
can
that
make up
episode.
whatever story you want, but eventually he's gonna find out.
Well, I mean, you've been making up stories. This is a classic case of delusionitis.
Yeah.
You like, and I at some point, like, women have to like wake up and be like, I did this. Like, you are making the decision. You were actively making the decision.
But when does that happen though? When does she's gonna be like, I did this. Like when her son.
Well, there are
is
some
pissed.
women where you are just
She's
gonna
not gonna
keep
do
believing the delusion.
Yeah,
and you're not gonna come out of it.
Her son is gonna be like, why my dad don't do this or that? Anything he don't do or he's lacking, he gonna be like, is it me? You know what I'm saying? And then he gonna be like, Will
She's
Smith.
gonna be like Carly Russell, and she's gonna create.
She's just gonna make up something.
Remember that Fresh Prince
That's what
episode
always
where his dad
happens.
came
He's
to
like,
take
why
him
don't
out
my
of.
daddy love me?
Why don't he want me, man? Like, cause you was a side baby.
Maybe he married to somebody else. Maybe he assaulted me. Like, people make up so many crazy stories, and then that kid grows up thinking that. And at the end of the day, something about them is gonna make them feel like they were unwanted,
because they were,
unworthy, and whatever else. No matter what story you create, that's the feeling.
you shouldn't create a story. You do need to tell them.
But side babies usually end up being extraordinary people, though. They kind of
because you gotta
they
work
grow up
for
and
a
thrive.
lot. Yeah,
They grow up and thrive.
You're working towards proving.
Well, do we want to
something
risk
wrong.
that?
We don't. It's
Because they
already here.
also shoot up
This
shit.
is happening. This is happening. We can't. If she seems like she's too far along.
To call it quits.
Yeah.
Well, she can't call it quits now, even though
So
she
she's gonna
can't
take
call
this
it
man's
quits
whole
now.
family and her whole family with some stuff that nobody really wanted but her.
It was a selfish move.
Better
sis. And
now
we're
than
not trying to
later.
kick you while you're down. I hope that I can't tell you what to do. I don't even have kids. But
And it's really about this man, because at the end, I'm looking at the last line, but now I'm attached big time. Help, please. It's really about this nigga. This baby is not going to make you get this man.
it's not. And I think that a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
not gonna
people,
keep 'em.
a lot of women should know this. Not really men, because this seems to be a woman problem. And I've been there. Dating a married man or dealing with a married man, it's never going to go. Again, there are certain cases where it works out for people. That is not a lot of cases. For the most part, he is telling you just what he needs to tell you to get what he wants. He's not leaving his wife. He don't want that baby. He's not going to take care of you for the rest of your life. This is just it's a negative situation. And I hope that you find some sort of positivity in lifting yourself up out of the dirt when you fall in it. And tell us how it goes.
But that's not gonna. She's still gonna be like, I'm the mama and the daddy when they get older. Shit
Yeah,
like that.
she's gonna be preaching.
Nobody's helping me. How
What
do you
did
decide?
you think was like?
What did you think?
You need to.
And now both of y'all got to learn.
And then
hard
I also just
lessons.
want to,
Yeah.
because we didn't touch on this. She was talking about how she can't have sex with anybody else. You don't need
Yes,
to be.
you can.
Yeah, you need to.
She
put,
don't need to be.
Well, she doesn't,
You
because
need
you
to
got
stay focused. I hope you got health insurance and a job and money for therapy for the baby.
go to the damn gym, work out.
Get a toy and sit down somewhere.
The toys are great. It's way more efficient. You can go to work and fuck yourself and be done in 30 seconds or less. Not with work,
The
but with the
problem
fucking
here is
yourself.
focus. You need to focus on a goal other than these niggas. They
Yeah.
gonna
Like,
Accidental
start a
side
business.
chick.
Start
At what point did
goal.
it turn from accidental to choice? And that's the question that I would like to leave.
I
you
think
with.
it's a part of the pussy that a nigga hit that make it.
It definitely is, and it's a thin line between the.
I've
makes
been
y'all
there. I'm just
kinda-
saying.
pulling
'Cause
yourself
now that
back.
I'm out of it, I hear you. I don't want
It's
this
some
for you,
niggas in the
sis.
pussy to make y'all be like, I don't care.
Yeah, but
Well,
there's-
that's called voodoo.
But
and
then-
that's witchcraft.
But
We don't
every woman
subscribe
has to find that dog in them to be like, I gotta go to the clinic. Can't do this. This is gonna be a liability.
So, yeah,
Also, when you
but
get
good
to heaven,
luck.
though, all them babies you kill gonna be like, there she go right there.
You think so?
They gonna be there at the gates.
They gonna be like, yo.
But they didn't even learn English.
But they learned God. And when you got
Did they? They
I know
might
my
be
baby's
down
gonna be there waiting.
south.
They'll be like, come here, baby.
I've never done it, but
Oh, shit.
All right,
Knock on
next
wood. I've never done
advice.
it either.
hey, need advice so bad I'm desperate. Medina, did you pull the most desperate email?
Yeah, I'm like, what is y'all fan base? Good God.
Well, that's all right. I'm sorry, girl.
So y'all just got the pickers
I
for.
read this, so she needs help.
I just read it. I don't know.
So this is like a good side chick pool that y'all got.
No, everything's. I don't think this one is a side
only
chick.
sometimes. She might just need some other
I'm
help.
just kidding.
Okay, hey girls, I am a big fan. Love your podcast. So here's a little backstory. I'm 26 and happily married. Damn, that was quick. I know that's right. I thought I would be married at 27, but life came at me slow. Okay, and my husband and I have 3 kids. But here's the thing. He's in the Army right now. Oh, shit.
Uh-oh, she outside.
He's been deployed for 3 months. She put that in caps. And I come back home to stay with family, crying. And I'm just so horny. I can't. All I can think about is sex 24/7 and crave being with an actual human. Masturbation and toys are just not cutting it anymore. Shit's getting real. Add to that, a guy I used to have sex with before I met my husband. It was strictly sex. Called me via Instagram. I hate when people do that. Called me via Instagram like 2 weeks ago and basically told me that he would love to fuck me one more time. Basically, that he is up to it if I am. Girl, we didn't got some messages, we know. But thank you. Anyways, I told him that I could not do that. And he said that I know where to find him and left it at that. Now, I'm literally obsessing over him, just looking if he's online and thinking about how good he used to be in bed and how big his dick was. I am not interested in him in any other way. And I know that he feels the same way, which works great for me because all I need is sex. But also, I don't think I could put my family and my marriage on the line for a night of great sex. So what you writing us for?
She did it already. She did that already. She already.
It's about to turn into a cocktail. Oh, it's only 4 lines up. Okay. I've thought of asking him how he feels about a hall pass. Oh, her husband. I've thought about how he feels about asking for a hall pass, but I know he's a jealous person, even though he says he's not. Girl, he in the military. Don't do that. You're going to be dead. So I don't know how he will react if I even mention it. I don't know what to do. I can't get the idea of sleeping with this guy out of my head, and it's driving me crazy. Please help.
A married person has to answer this because I don't know what to say. What do you do?
You phone sex
don't
your man
Google
again.
it.
Phone sex your man again. It's
Maybe go get your makeup done.
Or
have a photo shoot.
Get a project. Build some shit on Pinterest. There's some
Nigga,
shit you gotta do with
what's
your
he gonna do for her
kids.
pussy, you guys?
She has to focus on something else unless she wants.
I feel like the makeup done is cute, but it's like
she can make a lookbook for her man and send it to wherever
but
he's at.
her pussy is jumping and it's about to jump to the next dick.
No, she need to go to the sex store and FaceTime her husband. That's what she need to do.
Maybe she can ask her husband for permission to have sex with somebody
That's what she asked. But she's nervous. He's in the military. I don't think that's a good idea.
I would say military people.
They crazy. He over there at the
cheat
war.
A lot, though. A lot of military people cheat a lot.
They do. They have orgies.
But where is he? I wish he would have told us. He is deployed somewhere.
If he's deployed, he's backed up himself.
Why don't you find this as an opportunity to have an open discussion? Don't tell on yourself, but why don't you ask him how he's been feeling sexually? Does he want to have sex with someone else? And why don't you grant him that access and then say, well, I've been having some feelings.
Well, ain't it just a bunch of boys over there?
No, they got women in the military.
It's local women.
And maybe bad.
Not in the, like if he's like far.
I went to Germany. I did a show in Germany a long time ago, and I tell you, all the married dudes had a 6-foot white lady with a big old ass. I was like, bro, what the hell going on over here? Like it was bad. Like this was like 07. This was a long time ago. And like they was with like a lot of them had open marriages. They didn't give a fuck. Like
pussy is around. Let's just say that.
Wherever you are, the locals find the Americans.
And most of the time get pregnant by them. And now we have babies.
That's the anchor babies. Well,
I say have a conversation with your husband before you cheat. And if you do cheat, it's not like he's gonna know.
You better get you a toy and sit the fuck down. Yeah. That's what I say. And you got 3 kids. How you got time to cheat? You really don't got time for it.
Don't. But the women now are different.
She probably got a good
the mamas
mama.
now are like, we want.
She probably has a good mama that is a good granny to them babies. It's like, I just love my grandkids. I want to have them all the time. She's like, thank
and she know
God.
her daughter hot in the draws. That's why she got 3 babies at 26 too. So
and the housing is.
They gotta be young too. Them babies got to be young, bro.
I hope so, but you never know. I don't know. I ain't got nothing for you, girl. But I just hope that you said you know your husband is jealous. If you do decide to talk to him about this, please tread lightly. Maybe make sure all your ducks in a row, paperwork wise, legal wise.
And I just also want to leave you with this. What if you're not here
no more? Y'all got to remember that. Y'all be acting like y'all going to live forever.
Everybody be acting like that. I think that's crazy. You also need to remember whatever you decide, you decided it. You design your own life. And whatever outcome comes from it, I just need you to remember you made this decision.
So if you fuck somebody, he cut you off the insurance, don't say nothing.
If you fuck somebody, he finds out he leaves you and you are just like shit out of luck, you don't get those military benefits anymore. Remember, this is a part of the decision you're making. You are married and you have kids. You need to really think like it's a business.
She's super young too. That's young. 26 is young to be stuck in the house with kids all day. I'm sure it's time to obsess.
Oh my gosh, I want to jump out the window now.
I'm sure it's plenty of time to obsess over something, but You need to hit
Start a business.
sex shop and play FaceTime. Y'all, technology is too good to.
You know what you could do? You get some
bag.
edibles, some gummies from Via Hemp, our sponsor that's in the description box of the episode, and you can just go to sleep.
Yeah.
And you can
Go to
dream
bed.
about this man.
Write in your journal about
Yeah.
this
Have a
man.
high on love and a dreams gummy. That's
And-
probably gonna give you the ultimate sex dream.
Yeah.
I might do that prescription for myself tonight.
It's a nice little
But good
cocktail.
luck. If you guys have more questions that you want to ask us, make sure you email us at vice@cocktailspod.com.
But if you ain't got a buck, I won't cuff 'em. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Want a double D, so it's nothing. Back to the point. Is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably stick the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe, was a hoe, was a
And now we're going to move on to the cocktails. So if you have a cocktail that you would like to share with us, please email it to us, cocktails@cocktailspod.com.
You got
Ronnie,
it so
you
organized.
got one or you want to read one?
What, a story?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a story.
Okay, cool. This is a real. Hey guys, most people I know think that being married means having boring sex, but that can't be more wrong. I've been craving my husband's dick all day long. Pause, son. I don't know what y'all got me on in them motherfuckers. I've been
Cocktails.
craving my husband's dick all day long, so I called him and told him to have that dick out when I get to.
I gotta read this. You got to read it.
Yeah,
when he
you had
gets
no
home
story.
because I need it. A few hours pass. He walks into our room, butt ass naked. He gets on top of me and starts kissing me all over. He leaves a trail of kisses down my stomach, down the stomach, as he makes his way to my pussy.
Woo!
Yeah, it's getting hot. He starts hitting my pussy like that. I'm reading this for real. This is crazy. He starts eating my pussy like this. And this is his last meal, and then he slides 2 fingers inside of me. I get so close to coming, then he stops and says not yet. This nigga here is crazy. He about to get you one prelim. He lets me know that this was his pussy, and I would come only when he wanted me to. Taking control of shit, I like it. He goes back to devouring my pussy, and I find myself begging him to let me come. He keeps eating it, and I come all over his face. He climbs on top of me and starts kissing me, his beard drenched in my juices. Been there. He grabs my legs and starts sucking on my toes while he's giving me long, slow strokes. He fucks me until we both come at the same time. Cap. He tells me... This is all cap. He tells me I'm a good girl. I then tell him to put that dick in my mouth. All right. He stands up and I get on my knees and he starts slapping his dick against my face.
Ooh.
I like when
I
they
can
do
taste
that.
myself.
I like that.
I love when I can
do.
taste myself on his dick.
I get a break.
I'm deep throating his dick while massaging his balls. Once I'm done, he bends me over the bed and starts finger fucking my asshole.
Ooh.
Yeah, he getting
Ooh,
to it.
dookie fingers.
This is how you keep a
I was-
household straight. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at it.
Starts finger fucking my asshole while he hits it from the back. I've never come so hard in my life. Once we finished, I hop on the bed and he cuddles me until I go to sleep. Kiki, feeling... Oh, this is another story?
That's a different... He ready to
You
do
ready to
it.
read the next one? No, that was it.
I'm glad.
Have y'all had a guest that couldn't read though, for real?
I'm
yeah.
just glad you could read.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we had to read teleprompters on my television program, and I had it a couple years ago. You know?
Shout out to you. Reading
Had a
is
program.
fundamental.
I didn't know I could do that until I was like, oh, I can read out loud. What's up?
That's
Atlanta
everybody
Public Schools,
can't.
you know what I'm saying?
I
Shout out to
know. I always be
Fulton
shading
County
on
School,
because
Clay County School.
They need that shout
Well,
out.
so
too.
she just got toe up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
It's a
that's how the
cocktail.
stories
It's like
go.
anniversary.
They just
fucking.
they share their sex stories that maybe they can't share with anybody
It
else.
was cool. He did his thing.
He went there and
It was-
tore that shit up.
Tore
and
it up.
So happy, and unlike the last
excited for him.
couples.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for sending in those cocktails. Remember, if you want to share one, you can send it to us, cocktails@cocktailspod.com.
Yeah, I didn't have nothing that juicy at all.
It's okay. You know,
Because
sometimes
I'm married, I leave out all that. I wouldn't have said none of that shit. I was like, I went in there and then got down.
we should ask your wife to say
I had
one.
ate
We
it, and
should
then-
then
have.
you
That's what
read
we should
her
do next
cocktail.
time.
That's hilarious.
We did an episode one time where we had somebody who we fucked write a cocktail, and we did a bonus episode, and we read each other's.
Was it flattering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, mine is my.
Oh, it would have got deleted. The fuck?
My wife
That would be
like,
bad
He
press.
gonna come in here and say,
But Ronnie, thank you so much for
thanks,
joining.
man. I appreciate it, man.
Thanks for coming.
August 11th through the 13th, Uptown Comedy Corner. Y'all come check me out, man. I appreciate it.
And let everybody know where they can find you.
You can find me at Ronnie Jordan on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Official Blessed AF is my website for all my merch. At More Than Culture on YouTube. That's the podcast. And you catch me on tour with Desi Banks. You catch me on tour with Haha Mafia. But I'm doing my own Blessed AF tour. I got Gigi LaFleur. Y'all should have her on. She's a new comic, but she's real big on TikTok. You know, she did that TikTok where she said black people love a color coordinated event.
I
love it.
Yeah. So what we're doing, because I like to get new people on my show, so I'm adding her to my tour. And each night we're gonna do color coordination. Like on Friday night we went all denim.
The
Saturday
comments
night,
are like y'all are making everybody who
the
buys.
crowd. I want my.
Oh, I
love
that.
I've been doing
I
comedy
love
20 years.
theme.
I gotta have the crowd looking. I'm on my was it Toby Ingwingway?
I don't know.
Toby
Put
and
that
them.
shit
They
on,
be having that
y'all
mint.
going to a show.
But they be having that mint shit. That shit just looks cool in the pictures and stuff. But like
Yeah.
on Friday night we all wear denim. Saturday night we all wearing white. Sunday night all black. You know what I'm saying? Kill them folks on Sunday. So we gonna have a good time up there, man.
Y'all make sure y'all check out
Pick y'all a
Ronnie.
night and come out there and put it on.
We come. What are the dates?
August 11th through the 13th. Uptown
I'll
Comedy
be in
Corner.
town. I will be there. I hope the show is not sold out. I'm gonna get my tickets.
It's right across from Spondivit on Virginia, right by the airport. You know what I'm saying?
Afterwards, you can go get some crab legs.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I did last time I was at Uptown.
That's the
love
old
it.
school prom spot.
I'm not from Atlanta, so I don't know that, but it makes sense.
Yeah, that's where the rappers used to go. All 2 Chainz, all his old verse, he went to Spondivit on there and get some food.
That's so cool. Y'all make sure you
Makes
check
sense.
out everything that's in the description. Get the
Yes.
tickets to our live show. We are going on tour. The
Right.
show is going to be amazing. We on demon time. Right, Kiki?
Yeah, y'all was talking about, I thought it was going to be a dick sucking contest. I thought y'all was going to be wild. Okay, we heard you. We pulling some shit out our purses, okay?
Yep, and then we pulling up to Jamaica at the Worst Behavior Tour Hedonism edition.
Ooh, make sure you check the description box. We've got links to everything Ronnie Jordan talked about, everything that we talked about. Get your tickets to the live shows. We about to be in these cities in a few weeks. And don't be asking us to come nowhere else.
Well, ask us.
Can I
to come
tell
somewhere
people?
else.
We not adding shit for this year, huh?
Can I tell people to watch the Miss Pat show, man? Because when we get black TV shows, we got to run it up because they don't make them no more if we don't kill it. We don't knock it out the box. She's Emmy nominated again for the third season is Emmy nominated again for the Black Hair episode. So, you know what I'm saying? It was an honor.
That's
working on
really
the show.
good.
And I'm on a movie. I got a series on BET Plus right now with Young Jock. It's called I Got a Story to Tell. It's like Tales from the Crib. And I'm on episode 2.
It's hood stories.
Yeah, but I play a gas station where I sell them gas station dick pills, but Young Jock took one and turned it to another nigga.
Oh, that sounds like something I might need to watch.
Yeah, Delicious is in it. It's really good.
What's it called?
It's called I Got a Story to Tell.
I Got a Story
Candy's
to Tell.
in it. Candy's in a couple episodes. Like it's a lot of actors. It's a series. It came on VH1 recently too. So
Dope.
yeah.
Make sure y'all check it out. I'll check it
Yeah,
out.
I don't be promoting my shit enough. I just be like, hey man, pull up on my show.
Well, we got you. So make sure you guys are following us on Instagram. We're at CockTales Podcast. I am at Kiki Said So.
And I'm at Coffee Bean Dean.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.